Okay, so some of you may know I had a baby last year. He's now 7 months. He is getting really big. Anyway, one of the things that I knew I wanted to get eventually, not right now, but eventually, was a wagon stroller. I was like, when we get to that point, I will research into them, see what's a good wagon, and pursue that. Well, in comes this brand, Wonderfold, doing a collaboration with One Piece, making this limited edition wagon of the Thousand Sunny. It just released not that long ago, and I bought it. I will say I am very impressed with how fast it arrived. I ordered it the day it released on Thursday, May 15th, and I received it Saturday, May 17th. Now, they do have two options, a 2-seater for $729 and a 4-seater for $899. I only have one kid, but I got the 4-seater. It is almost a $200 difference, but for the amount of stuff we usually carry, I thought the space in this one was a better option. I feel like it goes without saying, it's pretty obvious, but I don't know if I need to make this clear. I purchased this myself. I've seen many videos of people who were sent one. I am not one of those people, and I don't think I ever will be. Also, I've never had a wagon before. I'm not going to compare this to others. If you're like, well, my wagon can do that too, cool. I'm only talking about this one because it's a one-piece limited edition, and I'm sure that there are people like me who weren't considering a wagon till this release. Anyway, this is how it comes, all in one big box. Ignore the video quality and my messy house. This is just how my house is. I'll be real with you. Also, I took these videos and set this wagon up about 5 to 10 minutes before we were headed out on a 3-hour plus drive to a state park. So it worked out because I got to test out the wagon. But due to that, I didn't worry about the video quality. Also, you may hear some banging. That's the laundry. My child is asleep, so this is when I can record. Sorry. The setup of this wagon was pretty easy. You only have a few items to put together. The wagon itself is pretty much good to go. You would only need to just pop in the wheels if you wanted to use it just like that. The instruction book was done up super cute. It's not the best instructions I've ever seen, but it is not the worst by far. I honestly think our stroller had the worst instructions. I don't think out of everything, but they definitely were awful instructions. Like I said, we were about to head out, so we didn't know how well it would work, so we still brought our stroller just in case. Spoiler alert on that, we didn't need it. Now, this wagon is huge. I have a compact SUV, a Subaru Forester, so this is what the space was looking like with both the strollers. For the wagon, I did take off the wheels and it fit just fine. If we didn't have the stroller, I probably wouldn't have had to do that, but I will say that is something that I was very appreciative of. The wheels came off very easy, which I will show later. So where we were headed was the Calaveras Big Tree State Park. This apparently is not visited too much. The cost for it is $10 to get in, and I'm sure that there is more to it, but we were there for just the 2-mile walking path. Here's the wagon all set up, ready to try out this walking path. Now, the website did say that the wheels were all-terrain, so we were going to try that out. The Thousand Sunny is a little backpack, which is for a child, so no one used it. They do sell it separately on the website for $60 if you just wanted that. I will let you know it is very small. It is for a child. It is not holding much. So we love visiting national parks, state parks, and my mother-in-law was visiting, so she loves to do these too. That's why we went to this one now. The wagon did just fine. The path wasn't bad. It was pretty smooth. For this part at least, and as you can see, I'm wearing Crocs, so it wasn't that hard of a trail. It was bumpy, but overall very easy to do. Now, this is the 4-seater, but since we only have one child with us, I only set up one side of the seats, and the rest of it we were able to store stuff in, which was very nice. Overall, this wagon did great. I'll stop talking about it for a bit, and I'll show videos of the park and of the wagon. Once we got closer to the end of the trail, that's where it got a bit harder as the trail was much more uneven and bumpy. It was more of what I expected of a trail. So back home, here's a better look at the wagon. Again, I'm not in the mood to clean my house, so this is how it is. Anyway, it's a big wagon, but it folds up really nice and like most strollers, has a lock on the side to keep it folded. The canopy, which you can also purchase separately, is easy to put in. You just slip it right into the little areas and it comes out quite easily as well. I do like the canopy a lot. I do think it's very nice, and I may buy a second one to kind of just make it look like a little wagon fully just covered. The side flaps you just place right over, no issue there with those. Folding up is pretty easy, honestly easier than my stroller. Under the flaps, there is a button on each side. You just hold that button and pull up. The wagon folds up nicely. You may need to just give it a little squeeze in order to close it better and just make sure the lock secures it. With the wheels, they do maneuver very easily, but you can also lock them so that they do not move as freely. We did not use that, but I can see how it could be useful. As I had mentioned before, the wheels pop off nice and easy, which I am very thankful for. All you need to do is just press a button right above it and just pull and it will slip right out. To put them back, you just push it, very simple. So if you're like me and you need to remove them for space, it's not a hassle. The back wheels also come off very easy. Same thing, you just push a little button and pull. I do not have a lot of complaints for this wagon. I think my biggest complaint would be that it's heavy. That for me is not a huge issue. My stroller is just as heavy, so I am used to that. But if you're not and you don't want something very heavy, maybe the two-seater is better, but just be aware this is not light. This did make it a little harder on the trail once it became uneven and bumpy. It just made it a little harder to control the wagon. It's also very big, which is what I wanted. I've seen wagons like this at Target and I don't recall them being this big, so just know this one is huge. The 4-seater can hold up to 300 pounds, so a grown adult could be in this. I'm happy with this purchase. I'm not going to pretend like the cost isn't a lot. It is a lot of money. From my understanding, this brand Wonderfold is a luxury stroller wagon. I'm sure that there are other brands out there. The only one that I know of off the top of my head is Jeep, and a quick look into that one shows that the range is from about $300 to $800. This brand also does seem to be in that range as well, but this one-piece release is at the higher end. Anyway, if you have any questions about it, let me know. I am happy to tell you more about it. Thanks for watching this video. My name is Bean. Check out the description for links to this model and any images used. Okay, bye.